Hello there YouTube people, welcome back. I bet you are beautiful, tastic as always. So, before we begin, if you didn't watch my last video, go check it out because I covered the very basics of OpenToonz, the very basics. And if you already know the basics, you can proceed and watch this one. Now, this one is going to be also long and even longer than the last one because I'm going to try and show you amazing thing, which are the effects, okay? Now, usually you do the effects either on After Effects, on Nuke, on any other composite software, or you can do it on a very high-end software like Toon Boom, Harmony, and I am going to tell you that this one gonna kick some ass because it's only on version 1.0 and it's already have so massive, amazing effects that is not, I don't know, other companies should be afraid, as I said in the last video. They should be scared because this one is free and it's the next king. If you ask me, it's gonna be the king. Okay, now after I praise this one, which is already have bugs and stuff too, of course, but still, you know. Anyways, now what you see here is a weird character. I don't even know what it is. I just messed with the software and I just made it to try the effects. As you can see, we have a little tone here, a self shadow of the hair, and we have some kind of shiny thingy around the armor, I think. I don't know what it is, I just made it. And a little shadow here under the armor here, and if you look carefully, you see around the character there is a backlight. That's how they call it, a backlight, which is very familiar to people who watch anime. You can see it almost in any anime, and I use it a lot. I like it when I use it where it needs to be and not just use it. And some other glow and other tones. What the hell is this lollipop thingy? What am I doing here? Okay, yeah. So we're not going to make a character because it will take so much time to do, but I will start from where we left with this one, this thingy here, and forgive me for mistakes and stuff I'm going to do because I did it one time, what you just saw, and I may forget how to do stuff. So it's an experiment, and if you'll follow me here, you'll know how to do effects. And I mean many kind of effects. I'm going to show you just a little bit. They have so many effects which you will do in the same way. Let's do it. Okay, so I want to start with a very simple shape and nothing too complicated. Let's make some weird ugly thingy, which is this thing. Let's make some eyes. I think it's an eye. Now I click the Control Z if it's not looking like I want it, so I can Control Z all day long. Now this is okay, I think. Yeah, it's nice. Let's make a little mouth. Oh, I am happy, look at me, haha, yay, you ugly little thing. Okay, I can draw. What else? What do we want to do? Okay, let's make a perfect circle for the iris. I don't like perfect circles, but let's make it anyway. No, you're looking too much straight. I want to move it here. Now, how did I do this? Let me explain, because this is why you're here. As long as I'm drawing on vector level, which is this one, I can click the selection tool. Yes, I didn't make any. And you click on the shape that you want, or now on the type I chose freehand. You can choose anyone, like rectangle, which is rectangle, and I like the freehand because I can do something like selecting few shapes together, and you can do, you can manipulate stuff. You can do this. Now I click on this, and with the arrows I click on the left and it moves. Click on the right up, down, very nice. You can do the same with raster, but it's a bit different, I think. Okay, so you know what, let's make it look at us for a change, because all my characters are looking very weird and I'm sorry about it. Okay, now we want to fill it with some color, basic colors, and we didn't speak about the colors last time because I didn't want the last basic video to be too long. So let's make it here. Now I can do it here, but I like the palette edit room, which is already built in. As you can see the colors. Now let me explain, what is this one? Color 0, color 1. Okay, color 1 is the outline, the default color for outline. When you first using the brush, this is the color 1. Now color 0 you cannot delete, you cannot remove. It's the transparency color, which is behind, with the, you know, like a ghost, what you see behind anything, you see. I can even use it. Now, how do we add colors, or how do we change? We choose the color you want. Oh, by the way, this one, I think you can even change the color. You can do anything. You just, it's there. You can handle it. It's okay. It's normal. Now, the color one you can change. I don't think you can delete it, but you don't even need to delete it. You can change the color. You see, if I want it red. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My bad. You can do it like this one and click apply, but what I forgot to tell you, which is very cool, and I see not a lot of video tutorials talk about it, but I will, is this secret button here, auto apply. Now check this out, whatever I do in real time, it changes the color. Okay, you see, but we want black because we want a very basic outline. It's nice here, let's make it bigger. Now how do we add a color? This button here, new style, each color called style. So we click on style. Now the reason the new color is black because it remembers the last color we were selected. So we use this one as a clone, but it's a totally new one. You see the names. Now I like to rename it. Let's double click on the name and call it outline. Yay, outline. Okay. Now the next one is going to be the, let's say it's going to be the skin, so let's call it skin. I double clicked the name and it's now ready to be changed. Now I can just select any color, doesn't really matter. I click F because this is the shortcut I chose for fill. F makes sense. I click it and boom. Now let's make something like maybe green, but not too bright. Maybe something like, I don't like it, but whatever. You can play with it. Let's make it like this one. Okay. Now, another thing I don't like is the huge colors. I want it to be like, I want to see the names. So I click here and you have these other options. Small, you see a small cube, no names, but the numbers doesn't really help me. And this is what you already saw as default. And this one is my favorite, list view. Why? Because you can see a little example of the color and the name. And the name is very important for me because sometimes you have colors that are almost the same, but they have different name for different section of your model. I mean, a model is in this, let me show you why I say model. I don't think it's here, but I think it's here. Let me just show you because I already mentioned it. Color model, that's what I talk about. Now, in the future, when you have completed character with all the colors, you will put it in here in the color model and you will pick the color and click here to fill. You click on the eye, you fill the eye. Click on the tongue, fill the tongue. Okay, this is a color model. It's a very useful tool and I'll probably use it sometime. But for now, I just wanted to show that it's here. Let's get back to the palette edit room and continue with coloring. I'm on the skin and if I'll click the new style, guess what's going to happen? Yes, the same color exactly, but let's give it another name. Let's call it eyes white because I want to call it like that. Okay, you cannot judge me. Well, you can. Okay, now I'm going to choose something that is not pure white. Now why? I tell you why. I'll give it a little bit blue because I want to save the pure light, the pure white for the lights or glowing. Okay, it doesn't even make sense for you. I'm not sure if it works. Let's try another color. Oh, it is. So let's make white with a little bluish. I said a little bit, not too much, dude. Something like this. Okay, and let's make another one. New style. Eyes. In. You know what? Iris maybe, because I want to do two different colors. So iris 1, whatever, and copy, paste, iris 2. See, it's already getting too complicated, and it's very simple character. So if you're organized, you will have no problem. Let's make it one going to be black. You must now. One is going to be black. This one. It's not so. I did something. This is the alpha transparency. Okay. Yes, I think. No colors at all. Whatever. And this one will be maybe yellowish. Yes, some kind of yellow. Yeah, whatever. Now you're probably asking, hey, did you use the black color? Why didn't you use the outline? Because if I change the outline, it will also change the color inside. Let me show you. See? So I didn't want to do it, so that's why I made a new one. And what do we have? This one could be a new style. Mouth inside. Yeah. And okay, just make sure I didn't do anything. And the last one is going to be the tongue. Let's do it from here, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and let's choose the color. Something like, yeah, whatever, a bit darker will be nice. Yes, okay. Now we have a completed, well, almost completed. Let me show you why. Because now that we have this one, I know it's not animated, we're not talking about animation, but what I'm showing you here you can do with animation. I'm going to show you with this in one frame because I want to focus on the real stuff, the effects. And in order to get to the effects, we need to make some preparations. Now let's make some kind of shadow, inside shadow, to make it like more 3D-ish and more professional looking. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to use a new level, and I am going to the edit palette because I want, let's just make a line here. I want it to be blue for one while I'm working. I will change it later and show you why. And let's try to fix this. Now, it may look stupid, but I bet there are very much easier way to do it, but I'm going to do it in the very safe way, which is I'm going to try to trace the shape of the creature, and I'll explain why in a minute, because we need to make sure that there are no spaces here, that everything is completed. Oh, I think that the reason we saw this weird one, yes, we probably used it. Yes, I turned it off, the onion skin, we don't want it now. So we want to make sure that everything is completed here, and we're going to use, I click the E button to use the eraser. If you want to make your buttons like mine, I mean the shortcuts, again, go to customize, preferences, oops, no, not preferences, go to customize, configure shortcuts, and change whatever you want. It's very easy. I mentioned the shortcuts I use because you may want to follow me exactly, so feel free to do it. I erase whatever I don't need, so I can do a better job, but we don't have time for this. So I'm going to do another one. Whoa. Okay, for the eyes, just make it like this one, and this one. If you wonder how I make some of my cartoons, it's almost the same thing but with different software. So as long as you can do it with OpenToonz, it's amazing, right? Right. Okay, actually I can erase this one to be one, like this. And what else do we want to do? I don't know, it's ugly enough, right? Make sure we don't have any holes or unconnected. Now let's try to fill it, because once it's filled you can proceed to the effects. F for fill, click. Very nice. Now you're going to say, what the? Yeah, I know. Let's change it to black, which is even more weird, I know. Let's make another, you know what, let's hide this one, this level. You click, you see this, let me show you what you can do. You see this orange color? If you click and hold and move to the right, you're getting this opacity control. See, now we don't want to use it, I just want to show you. You can use it for when you do stuff. And this is what you want to click, this little cube, which looks like a color table. If I click it, we can see the layer. If I click it, it's getting back. Okay, it's like disable and enable the level you want. Now we don't want it right now because I want to make another one, which is the glow. It's going to be the glow. So far it's very ugly, and I am going to, we need to click on the level we want first on the frame, and I want to make, this is too big, don't need it. That's nice. Okay, now B for brush, and let's make stuff glow like the eyes. No, don't worry, we will change it. It's so ugly. I don't like vectors very much, but who cares, it works. B. Now I want it white, so it's going to be white. Now you see the difference? That's why I didn't make the white eye area a pure white, because I want this one to be more bright compared to this one. Okay, Now let's make this one. I know it's the ugliest creature I ever made, but for sake of example, I can do it. You are allowing me to do it, right? Don't get mad at me. Why didn't you do a real amazing character? You stupid. Why? Yeah. Let's make, I think, some shininess. Yes, this will be nice. And maybe some here. Okay, you can make much better work than me, but again, just example. Oh, feel, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Now we have 3 layers. Let's talk in the language of OpenToonz. We have 3 levels. Each layer is a level. Now this one is the first. It's going from left to right. This one is above it. Let me turn it on. You see, it's above, and this one is above everyone. Now we talked about color the names, right? I don't have to do it here, but let's do it. Glow, and here I call it tone, and you see column 1, 2, 3. Let's change them. Double click. Let's call it character. No, dude, tone, not tone, E. Duh. And glow. Nice. It's so ugly. You gotta say, what the hell is this one? Now, the fun part begins. I hope, because I need to remember how to do it, and in order to do it, the effects, we are going to the magic window that's called the Schematic View. Wow. Which based on nodes. Let me show you. Schematic. This one, which is going to be your best friend if you're going to do effects in OpenToonz. So, what is the stage schematic? As you can see, all the levels we drew right here are connected to the table. Now, you can make multiple tables, and each table will hold different levels. All these levels you see here are connected to one table. Same goes for camera. You can make more cameras and use them and animate them, whatever. We are not here to talk about the stage schematic. We are here to talk about FX schematic. If I click here, toggle FX and stage. This is the FX, this is the stage. Now, before we go to the effects, I want to show you something, some kind of nice tip. I use it all the time, not only in this software, but also in this one. As I told you, you need to rename everything so you will know what you're doing, because once you will have a huge network of nodes, you will go lost. And yes, you can use the preview, but this is not the tip I want to give you. This is nice, you can see better. Oh yes, this is the character, this is the tone. But what is this? I can't see, so I can't read. I can read. If I can't see, since the glow and the background both are white, I can't really see a preview, so I can read. That's why you need both preview and name. Always give names to the levels you're working on. Actually, it's the name of the column. You can turn it on, turn it off, and we will continue to the effects now and trying to do something with what we drew here. Let's go. Effects. So, every single level connected with a line to the X sheet. If you remember what I talked about in the last video, the X sheet is some kind of alternative timeline compared to other software. So it's the timeline, in other words. Let's get back. I want to connect the schematic to here so we can see everything. Oops, I activated the onion skin. I meant to do actual pixel size. Yes. Now let's make this ugly thing less ugly. Not going to be beautiful, but it's going to be less ugly. Okay, first thing, we want to make the tone a little brighter, and we want it to blend with the skin, with a green color skin. So how do we do it? Right click on the level, insert effects, and we are going to choose layer blending, transparency, and we can't see anything because we need to turn on the preview. You already see it's some kind of opacity changed. If I turn it off and on and off, you can see the difference. So how do we change the properties of this effect? Double click and we get a tiny preview, not so tiny, but a preview, and the intensity we can change. You can scroll this one and it will change here as long as the preview is on. You can turn it here, and I like to just put a number. Let's try 70. It's nice. And in the preview it will show you only the effect solo, nothing else. Here it will show you what are you going to render on the output. So we want to make this tone a little bit more smooth. So we're going to add a blur effect. Insert effect, blur, and we're going to use the normal one. I just going to move it a little bit so you can see. And again, double click. It's too much blurry. Let's try 4. Much better. Let's try 2. I think it's cool. 2 is nice. So let's explain what we did. We took the shadow, which is the black thing, black color we made, and we added an effects to make it a little bit transparency, a little bit more smooth with the blur, and it connected to the exit, which is connected to the output. If you double click on the output, you will see the properties and resolution of what you're going to get once you render. So you can change the stuff here. I'm not going to talk about it. You can mess with it. Well, let's make a glow for the eyes. So right click, insert effects, light, glow. You already see so many effects. It's amazing. I'm telling, it's going to be something else. For a free software, it's amazing. Now we need to also, as you can see, light and source. What will affect the light? This drawing. What is the source level? Well, in our case it's the same source, so we can just click and drag here to the source, and you can see already it will show us the source, and if we will delete it, it will only show us the effect without the source, but we want both. So I will connect and double click the glow, and let's mess with numbers. Brightness is the intensity of the glow, so I'm going to do something crazy to show you. Wow, this is too much, but that's why I wanted to show you. Millimeter is how the blur spread. So much glow. Already so much anime. I'm kidding, it's not even near, but you got the idea. This is nice. Let's make 6. Oh, that's enough. I think it's nice. You can do something like this. Okay, we have glow. Again, every effect connected level to effect to the exit to the output. This is how the nodes working here. It's a node network base, and it's easy to do. And of course, you'll get so many stuff in here once you work on a real project. But for now, I'm just messing around with it, and we can do lots of stuff. If you want me to make something else, some kind of example to something, I may do it. Leave a comment. I'm super busy, but I had to do this one because I want people to do animations and I want to see them. So don't forget to show me your stuff, experiment, do your stuff, and try to use OpenToonz. I know it's buggy and it crashes and stuff, but stick to it. because they are going to upgrade and you know, improve it, fix bugs and stuff. So give it a chance. Who knows? It's gonna be better. Meanwhile, see you later, alligator. Bye.